I'm scared now. Okay, hey guys. Give me 1 sec, I'm sorry. What is happening? Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, I pushed live, like right as soon as I pushed live. Can you guys hear me? I took these out. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Did that work? I'm not even kidding you. As soon as I pushed live, someone on the street, I don't know where, but they started screaming and yelling at somebody, and it was freaking me out. And I don't see anybody, but I can hear them screaming. And I don't know if you guys could hear it. Could any of you guys hear it? I'm listening. Hold on. I don't hear it now. Anyway, someone was yelling at his wife. I'll just say that. You couldn't hear it. Okay. Anyway, hi, how are you guys doing? So, it's been a day over here. I don't go live very often. I always say that. I'm always like, oh, I'm trying to get better going live, and then I don't actually improve. But I'm live today, so hey, that's what matters, right? Hey, Hannah. So I literally, why am I saying literally so much? I got a cup of coffee and I left my house to sit in my driveway. All the kids are inside with daddy. And Liren is taking a nap. But I was like, look, I've literally I said literally again. What is happening? I've been telling my husband for like 2 weeks, oh, I'm gonna go live today on YouTube because I miss going live and I miss talking to everybody because we don't have comments, and the only way I can see people's comments is if I go live or if they go to our other social media platforms, but then some people don't go to those, so I need to go live. And every single day I don't go live or something happens and I look a hot mess. I'm literally sitting here in my pajamas. I said literally again. Y'all count. I really want someone to count how much I say that. Pajamas, drinking coffee, and I think it's like 3 in the afternoon. It's all good. It's fine. So how was everyone's Thanksgiving? What did you do? What did you guys do for Thanksgiving? We had some people over. We had quite a few people over actually, but we were safe. Most everyone stayed outdoors. Like we did everything outside. The weather was beautiful. People kind of stayed away from each other. We had food. It was good. And obviously nobody came if they had the sniffles or any type of fever or anything like that. And my mom came, and my mom wore a mask the whole time. So like, obviously if, people felt they needed to wear a mask, they were welcome to do that. My face is all shiny. I'm not even wearing makeup today, you guys. You get what you get. Get what you get. Are you going somewhere after this? Yeah, probably like Starbucks to get more coffee. Oh, wow. Okay, I've been missing comments because they all just suddenly like swooshed up. Hold on. Where did they go now? Okay, there they are. Okay. Got it. I can see comments now. Are you going to make a video of what you got your children for Christmas? Kelly, I can't make a video right now because currently my kids have for Christmas. They got nothing. They got nothing. And I'm usually really good at shopping way ahead of time, usually June, July. That's when I start doing my Christmas shopping. Not this year. This year has just been a crapshoot, and I have done nothing. I think I have like 3 things for Liren, but I only got those 3 things for her because her birthday is also like 5 days after Christmas and it's her first birthday. Nobody else has anything. Nothing. I mean, not even nothing. Like, I'm a little concerned. So if you guys missed this in one of our vlogs, my husband lost his job in September beginning of September-ish. So he was able to work through the end of September, but then all of October, before he started his new job, he does have a new job, it's fine, everything's good. But there was a whole month where pay was really limited. We didn't have any insurance. Everything that we were doing medically had to come out of pocket. The insurance that we did have decided to not cover things, like various random things for no reason, concerning the boys for the last 6 months. Things that were previously supposed to be covered. Suddenly I have, a $350 medical bill here, or I have a $500 medical bill here. And it was one of those things like Keys couldn't go see his orthopedic surgeon until like this bill that insurance decided, because we no longer had it, they weren't going to pay it. So that had to be paid off to make him an appointment. I don't know. Anyway. So the whole month of October was basically my paycheck, which is why you guys have seen a lot of sponsored videos lately. And I know some of y'all hate that, but I mean, I'm just supporting my family, y'all. I'm literally just trying to survive and support my family. Thanksgiving was good. Okay, my angel says Thanksgiving was good. We allow stay-at-home chilling and be in our room. We had really good food too. Y'all, my mom cooked this year, and I don't think I've had my mom's cooking since I was like a kid, because somewhere in high school she decided to go really healthy and she started making all of her desserts with like Splenda and like doing all low calorie, and it just never tasted as good. She made the good stuff yesterday. It was good. Everyone's cooking was really good, actually. Everyone brought a little something, and I enjoyed everyone's cooking. Nobody had anything bad. How does Jack like his new bed? He loves it. He's done great. It has not even been an issue with the bed. It's been amazing. Cute coffee cup. Thank you, Trisha. I just grabbed it out of the cabinet. It's actually Piper's coffee cup, I think. I think it's the coffee cup I gave her for Easter like 2 years ago. But she doesn't ever use it, so her loss is my gain. JV, thank you. Aiden is absolutely adorable. He has been silly the last few days though. He's been laughing. Like every time I go in to like do something with him, or we'll be going in the backyard to play, or he'll be eating, he's just laughing. Like in between every bite, he's laughing. And I don't know, like I thought maybe there was something, like, because sometimes Aiden will get his signals crossed, like his emotional triggers can be a little off sometimes. So sometimes, like if he has a headache, he will have kind of a manic laughter. So I was a little concerned at first, thinking, oh man, maybe he has a headache and it's just coming across as, he's just laughing, which I know sounds strange, but y'all, it's just what happens. It's just what happens with him. But I don't think that's it. He genuinely seems like super happy. Like he's just happy laughing. So I'm enjoying that. I was thinking about Aiden's bed. So they made a hard plastic mesh. No, Jake. So or Jack. Jake. I guess it's Jake if it's not CK. My neighbors are looking at me like I am an insane person. Y'all, I worry our neighbors. They're nice. All our neighbors are super nice. Like, I love our neighbors. But I don't know if they like us very much because we're kind of like the trash house. And I feel like this is a trend everywhere we go. Because I don't have time or energy or the skills to get out and like make our yard look beautiful. And we have 6 kids. So there's just stuff. And we have weeds in our flower bed, and I just haven't had the funding to hire a landscaper. I literally had a landscaper come knock on my door about a month ago and ask if we needed their services. The answer was yes, we do, but currently it's not in the budget to have a landscaper. Anyway, what was I even talking about? See, this is what happens. Okay. What was I talking about? Someone tell me. I was talking about Aiden. It was something, or no. Was it Aiden? Was it something about Aiden? Someone tell me. I'm so sorry. This is ADHD at its finest. Bed. Jake asked about. Oh, yes. You asked about Aiden's bed and the new lid, because we had to have a new lid put on because he kept getting out of the old one. It honestly looks exactly like the other one, but it's a stronger Kevlar mesh. Like, it's just a lot stronger, and he has kind of bent it. Like, it's stretched and bent, but he hasn't busted through it or anything like that. So the new one is working fantastic. Thank goodness. Should ask for a hospital bed for Narquise. Fernando, I think a hospital bed for Narquise is something that will be in his future. However, right now, he doesn't need one. He's doing great. And he got a new mattress too, because Lull is amazing, and y'all, I genuinely freaking love Lull. Like, Lull mattresses. My husband and I have had one. I'm in love with them. They are the kindest company. Their customer service is phenomenal, and their beds are amazing. I love them, for real. Like, I won't ever do sponsorships unless I genuinely love a product. I turned down some of the stupidest stuff. You guys would not believe the emails I get for some products. I got one a couple weeks ago for like thong underwear. Nobody wants to see that on me. I was like, we ain't that kind of channel. No. It's always something, but it's funny. Anyway, Key's got a new mattress, and the new mattress is helping a lot with his hip pain, but in the future, yes, a hospital bed might be something that he needs. Will Aiden ever be fully verbal? I don't know. I have no way of knowing that. All we can do is continue to work with him. He's far more verbal than he was 2 years ago, so there's hope. I never say never with my kids. They surprise me every day. Wait, what? Dole just said, I was in the shower and was thinking, what would our currency be if we inhabited Mars? What? I don't know. That is a fair question, Dole. That is a fair question. What would our currency be? Thank you for the laugh. I don't know. Maybe we could do away with the currency. It would all just be like digital or something, or sand. Yeah, like sand or rocks or something. I don't know. That was funny. Rocks, yes. Hey, rocks are plentiful, and I can find plenty of rocks. So if rocks equal currency, I'm set. Like, I'm good to go. You love it when Aiden says, oh, really? Yeah, oh, really? Yeah, he does say that a lot. Did Keys ever have his surgery? Oh my gosh, Keys' surgery. It's been a hot mess. It's been a hot mess. At this point, he has an appointment with his ortho to reschedule for spring time frame. I'm so frustrated with it. So I'll go over it again, even though I've explained it for those who don't know. He had surgery to have a full valgus osteotomy redone on his right hip and femur because he had a break a couple of years ago and it grew back crooked, which means that the previous valgus osteotomy that he had is null and void. Like, it's done. It's not effective anymore. So he has to have that redone on his right hip. Had surgery scheduled. Pandemic hit. Surgery is canceled. Okay, fine. I reschedule surgery for the end of October. Great. That's perfect. It was like 3 days before his birthday. So it was like October 23rd was his surgery date. Great. We're going forward. Husband loses his job. Whole month of October, we have no insurance to cover said surgery. So I had to cancel surgery and reschedule surgery. And now his doctor is super booked and we have to go in and see him again because it's already been scheduled and canceled twice. So hopefully the third time is the charm. I am thankful that it is not an immediately necessary surgery. He's not in severe pain. It's not a surgery that, oh my gosh, has to be done right now concerning his quality of life. That's not the type of surgery it is. It's more of a comfort thing. It's more of a allowing him to participate in certain therapies and activities in school, that type of thing. So that is hopefully going to be rescheduled in the spring. Fingers crossed. And Aiden, oh my gosh, Aiden too he had an appointment in October as well with a feeding specialist that took me months to get him into down in Birmingham. That also had to be rescheduled, but that's coming up January 4th. So Aiden is going down January 4th for that. And my hope was seeing the gastrointestinal doctor and getting him into this feeding therapy again, because he's been in feeding therapy in the past, is that he can start to eat more solid food. Now that we have the rumination issue a little bit more under control. He still does it, but it's more under control. What is your favorite TV show? Marissa, I don't watch TV anymore, and I'm super sad about it. I'm a little bitter about it, actually, since Liren has been born. And it's crazy because you'd think, oh, pandemic, I'm gonna sit at home and watch TV all the time. I'm not sitting at home watching TV. I get up at 7 in the morning and my butt does not hit that couch till around 10 o'clock in the evening. And by that time, the only thing I have energy to do is maybe watch a couple YouTube videos and listen to an Audible book and drink a cup of coffee. Like, that's all I've been doing. That's just been my life because I've been so busy. However, pre-pandemic, I really enjoyed The Handmaid's Tale. I don't even know Gilmore Girls, but I've seen every episode like 10,000 times, so I could quote every single episode of that show. That's my I'm cleaning the house and that's my background noise kind of show because I've seen it so many times. There's a million others I could name. I just can't think of them right now. My neighbors think I'm crazy. It's okay. Your light is on. I know, I do see that. My light is on. Thank you for pointing that out. There's also, I don't know if you can see right here, there's also a napkin stuffed in my air vent. So that's exciting as well. I don't have the keys currently, so I'm concerned that my car won't even start now because that light has been on for there is no telling how long. Yeah, car might not start. That's Jack, by the way. He does that. Yeah, Patricia, no, I don't have time to watch TV at all. Not at all. I will eventually. I will again. It's just this is not the season of life for me to be a TV junkie. I can't do it. Dole, I don't know what you're talking about. What are your thoughts on chemistry? I personally find it extreme. Hold on. Poo nanny. Is it on? Is it working? This thing is not working. Okay. Now it's all back up. I think it's because I'm outside and my phone is still trying to connect to my Hold on. How did I miss so many questions? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Do you ever get recognized in public? That would be a no. I mean, I have maybe like twice. Maybe twice. But no, it's not typically. Nobody knows me. At least not locally. You know what though? I will say I have more people in my personal life that watch my YouTube channels than what I thought. Because it's not their fault. It's fine. They're welcome to watch. It's just, it's weird when people in your personal life, like in my real life, are like, oh, I already knew that. I saw you on YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay. Great. Awesome. It's fine though. Let me see. So when you adopt internationally, do you get help with Medicaid, like in the States if you adopt? No. Well, okay. So Mackenzie, when we adopted Narkis and Aiden, we were broke. We made the income requirement to adopt them by a couple of dollars. It was literally by the grace of God that our social worker and all of the powers that be approved our 25 and 26-year-old selves who were broke with 2 kids to adopt 2 kids with special needs from over. It was just a God thing. It was just a pure God thing, because there's no way at 25 and 26 today, the way the laws are now, if we tried to adopt internationally, it would work out. Like, we wouldn't have been approved. So, and that's not to say we were incapable, but it was really hard. So when we did adopt the boys, I think for the first year, we received SSI, which is Social Security benefits for them, which I was not aware of this previously to adopting them. Like, we got home and the therapists and the doctors that we were seeing were saying, why don't you apply for SSI? And it took forever to apply for it and to be approved. So then once we were approved, the boys got a monthly financial help for, I think, 6 months. And then we lost it because my husband got a new job and got a raise at work, and we no longer qualified. So in total of them being home, we've only had I guess assistance with them for 6 months out of that time. The rest of the time it's been all on us and insurance. But our insurance is usually pretty good. We want to adopt, but probably not international. Megan, that is amazing. You can adopt through foster care. Oh, girl, there's so many options. And adoption, no matter where you adopt from or how that adoption comes to be, is a blessing and is a good thing. So I wish you all of the luck in the world. It's a wonderful experience. How is everyone doing with the pandemic? Everyone's doing fine with the pandemic now. The first 7 months was a doozy, but I think we're all it's our new normal now, so we're all fine. Do you speak Keys and Aiden's native language? No, I do not. I mean, I speak a couple words and phrases, but no, definitely not. Do you fear that Aiden or Narkees will get the virus? Do you feel like if they get it, do I fear they will get the virus? I think about it, but I try not to let it be a fear. Narkees is my only child right now that is going to public school. And he's in a self-contained classroom, so he's only with a few students and teachers all day. He's not exposed to a lot of people when he goes to school. That being said, of course, we worry about it. I haven't sent Aiden back because he licks everything. Like, the kid licks everything. So I feel like if I sent Aiden back, he would 100% get it and bring it home. Would you ever want to move to any country besides the USA? Margaret, we talked about, moving out of the country, out of the state several times, and we just don't do it because it would be really difficult. Probably less out of the country. I don't think we would ever move out of the country. I would move to Canada. I'll be honest. I would move to Canada. My husband would definitely not move to Canada, but I would move to Canada because I just would. It's also why, we also haven't moved out of state. We wanted to move to Colorado for a really long time. And when we were thinking about moving to Colorado, we didn't do it because my kids have grandparents, and we had to weigh the value of our children growing up having grandparents who are active in their lives. I am painfully aware that not every child has that not every family is blessed enough in that sense to have grandparents that are active in their grandchildren's lives. And because our kids have that, and they have grandparents that love them so much, I felt like it would be unfair both for my kids and for the grandparents to take 6 of their grandchildren and move them out of state where they no longer have, regular access to them. It would just be devastating. And that is not something that I'm willing to do, and I'm not willing to put my kids through that. So that is why we are staying in Alabama. Maybe someday when our kids are grown, maybe we'll move out of state. But right now, the value is keeping our kids near grandparents. Yes, Patricia. I only speak English with Narkees just because he prefers it. He gets mad at me if I speak Ukrainian. I think it brings up trauma for him, so I don't even mess with it. Let's see here. You guys made me want to adopt special needs. How do you cope? How you cope with them is adorable. God is great to have you guys. Oh, thank you so much. God is amazing, you guys. Our story of, bringing Keys and Aiden home, it was literally all God every step of the way. Every step of the way. Every moment I doubted our journey, and I doubted what we were doing, and God always proved us wrong. Does Zoe still wear her glasses? No, Megan. She should. She's supposed to, but she doesn't. In fact, I'm not even 100% sure she knows where they are. I don't know. Sometimes she will find them and she'll wear them for fashion reasons because she thinks they look cute, but no, she does not wear them regularly, which is also why Mama did not spend a lot of money on those glasses, because I knew this would happen. I knew that if her daily vision did not rely on those glasses, that she would lose them. And sure enough, I was right. Does Jack need a helmet for his cranial? Jack had a helmet for his flathead syndrome when he was a baby, but no, he doesn't have one currently since he's 30. I get asked about a service dog all of the time. Yo, we've got Ghost. I mean, I'm just kidding. He's definitely not a service dog. He's a sweet dog, but he's not a service dog. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'm not in a place right now where I can acquire any more animals. I can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see. How do you cope with special needs children? Can you give me advice to adopt, please? I look up to you for support. Okay, so if you're looking into adopting, my first recommendation is figure out if you want to adopt internationally or domestic, because your steps are going to change after your home study depending on which route you're going. The first thing you need to do is find a social worker, and you need to get started on a home study, which is extremely in-depth. They go into criminal records, medical records, they comb through your house, all of the things, fingerprints, all of the things, to make sure that you would be a suitable adoptive parent, and that you can financially afford to care for said children. And after that, it can go either way. I can't speak a lot on domestic adoption because I haven't adopted domestically, but when we adopted internationally, after we had our home study done and we had the stamp of approval for that, we had to start compiling our dossier, which is basically all of the documents that you need on the US side that you have to send to the country that you're adopting from in order to gain approval through that country, and the powers that be over there. So it's a process. But I'm going to tell you guys, if I could do it, you guys can do it, because I did it all myself. My husband was working double time when we were adopting, and every little aspect of the adoption and the process fell on me, and I did it. So you can do it too. Let's see. Yes, Paris, that's a very good point. Always, if you're looking into adopting, especially if you're adopting an older child, whether domestically or internationally, you need to make sure you are extremely educated on RAD, and that stands for Reactive Attachment Disorder. It is a very real thing, and it can affect your family tremendously if you adopt a child that has this. It's very hard to handle and cope. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying if you're going to adopt, you need to be aware of this. You need to understand childhood trauma. You need to know how that's going to affect a child. I would really recommend taking some classes, talking to other parents that have adopted. Do not adopt any child blindly. you can't ever assume it's going to be awesome and great and wonderful, because you will hit a crap storm and you'll be in trouble. And I think that's where a lot of disruptions come from. People who will adopt a child and then they'll have to disrupt the adoption and find new placement for that child because they didn't do their research and they were not educated and they were not fully prepared for that child and that child's specific needs and trauma. So, did the light go out? The light went out. How strange. Maybe it was just on because I had the door opened? I don't know. When Keys graduates high school, is he going to live with you guys full time? I don't know, Pink Pig. So we had an IEP with Keys, for Keys a couple of weeks ago, and we discussed this, and Keys wants to go to a group home. That is something that Keys has talked about forever, because they've prepared him for that at school as well. Like, he understands what that is. He's welcome to live with us forever if that's his decision. We will never kick him out. He always has a place. He always has a home. However, for his emotional happiness, we feel like him being in a group home setting would be really great for him. Narquise likes to be entertained all the time. He loves to be around friends his own age. He likes to be around other people who are like him, you know, other people with special needs like him, because it gives him that camaraderie, I guess. So him living in a group home would mean that he would get to be integrated into society with a job and all of this type of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. He's getting on a waiting list now, because when he qualifies for a group home at the age of 21, he's 17 now. When he qualifies at the age of 21, he needs to have already been on the list for years, because the waiting list in our state for a good group home is 4 to 5 years. So by him getting on that waiting list now, then by the time he's ready to go to a group home, hopefully there would be a place for him, because he will have already been on the waiting list for a while, if that makes sense. But again, we're not kicking him out. He's welcome, you know, to stay with us forever. And obviously, you know, if he did go to a group home, they would be like coming home on weekends and holidays, and I would basically see him all the time because I wouldn't be able to stay away. You can message me on Instagram. Yes. I'm terrible at responding to messages if I get a lot, because I get overwhelmed. But yes, you can message me and I will look for it. Oh, Anna, you're sweet. I always want to say Anna because my kids watch Frozen. Oh, you're sweet. I'm in upstate New York. Have you ever been here? I've never been to New York, unfortunately, but hey, Broadway is there, so I need to go someday, right? Definitely want to go to New York one day. And yes, we have stink bugs here. We have stink bugs here. Jack actually loves stink bugs, and he calls them stinkabugs. Stinkabugs. It's super cute. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention to you guys. I know that I had told y'all, or maybe I told y'all on TikTok. I don't know. I can't keep track. Anyway, I started the ADHD medicine, what was it, 3 months ago now. And I'm not on it anymore. And if any of you have any experience with this, I would be appreciative. So I started the ADHD medicine in September, took it all of September, felt pretty good. I felt great. I felt like the veil had been lifted. I felt like I could focus. I felt like things were good, right? Again, husband lost job, no insurance for the month of October. So I had to go off of it because we had no insurance to help cover this very expensive medication. So insurance is reinstated November 1st. I go back to my pharmacist and I'm like, hey, I need my prescription back because I can afford it now. And they give it to me. All is good. I start taking it again. And all of a sudden I have all of these symptoms. I'm dizzy. I am nauseated. I have chest pains. I have constant headaches. I'm breaking out into weird sweats, none of which I had before. But the chest pain really scared me. So after 3 days, I stopped taking it completely because I was like, I'm not messing with this crap. Like, absolutely not. If I'm having these kind of symptoms, no ma'am, we're not doing it. And I was drinking tons of water with the medicine like you're supposed to. I was eating well, all of the things. So I haven't taken it. And then 2 days after I stopped taking it, all of those symptoms went away and they haven't come back. And I felt fine, other than not being able to focus on anything. So I don't know. I have an appointment with my doctor, but if any of y'all have any experience, let me know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it would be fine 1 month and then not fine. Suddenly not fine. I should have got special needs. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, so I definitely never planned on adopting children with special needs. That was not, it wasn't even on my radar. It wasn't even on my radar. I wanted to adopt. Like, I knew from a very young age that I wanted to adopt. That was it. So after Piper was born, I was naturally like talking to my husband about it. And I was like, honey, we need to adopt. He's like, are you crazy? We just had a baby. We're not about to adopt a child right now. No, absolutely not. So then I kind of tried to drop it. Like, I tried to just drop the whole adoption thing. And I don't Forgotten Children of Ukraine. You can go look it up and watch it. And The Lost Children of Bulgaria. I might be getting those titles mixed up, but if you type those in, you'll find them. You will find them. They're documentaries on YouTube. They are by the BBC, and they are horrifying. They follow the lives of special needs children in these institutions overseas. And when I saw those videos, it was like, I mean, it just hit me right in the heart. And I'm sitting there crying through these videos, and I look over at my husband and I'm like, we're supposed to adopt special needs. And he's just like, oh my God, shut up. You're so annoying. Because I do that. I get very passionate and on spur of the moment, and I get very emotional in the moment. So I guess he just thought I wasn't serious. Anyway, the Sunday after I watched those documentaries, we got to church. And I was passing Piper off to the lady in the nursery. And the lady in the nursery looked me dead in the eye and she said, oh, did I tell you about the orphans? And I'm like, excuse me, what? Did you tell me about the who? And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So there were orphans that were being hosted by a group at my church that were from Ukraine. And the group of orphans had a few special needs children in them. And that afternoon, I was at this lady's house that I didn't even know. And I'm sitting around all of these Ukrainian orphans and I'm listening to them pray. And I'm just like, I've got my place. I know I'm supposed to adopt a special needs child from Ukraine. That is what God is telling me. I went home that evening and I'm researching, I'm looking around on all of these photo listings, on all these random websites that probably half of them weren't even legit. And I see Aiden's picture. After scrolling through hundreds of kids, I'm not even kidding you, I see Aiden's picture. I know nothing about Aiden. I know nothing about him. I didn't even know his name. I couldn't even read. They have the aliases for these kids. And I think they had him listed as David or something on this other website. And I just saw him. And it's the only time in my life I can say that I have audibly heard the Lord speak to me. And some of you can say that I'm crazy, that didn't happen. I've never in my life audibly, like someone talk, like I'm talking to you now, heard God talk to me. He said, that is your son. This is your son. And I panic, I throw the computer on the couch and I jump up and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And my husband's sitting there thinking, did you find some beer? Are you drinking? What's happening? Are you okay? I showed him the picture of Aiden. I'm like, that's our son. God just audibly told me, this is my son and we have to go get him. And I just know that this is my son. And he didn't believe me. And he's like, you're crazy. We know nothing about this kid. There's no way. No, sit down, simmer down, calm down. So I just start praying about it, y'all. I just start praying and I keep sending Asa the picture over and over and over. He did audibly speak to me and tell me that he is my son. It's going to work out and it will be. And the next day, I told Asa, I was like, I need you to pray about it. Right now, I need you to just pray about it. I'm not going to ask you about it again. I need some light. It's not going to work. I didn't bring my car keys out here and it's getting dark outside, so y'all might not be able to see me in a few minutes. Anyway, I was like, you need to pray about it. I'm not going to ask you again, but you need to pray about it. And the next day, it was a Monday, he got up, he went to work. And I'm busy trying to, keep my mind off stuff. Around lunchtime, I got a text and he said, I don't know what you prayed, but you were right. He is our son, and how do we get him home? And that's kind of how it just snowballed. That's how it snowballed, and everything that happened. I'm writing a book, you guys. Just know, I'm writing a book. It's in the works. I am writing a book, but I'm not a fantastic writer, so it's taking me a long time. But anyway, that's that. It kind of just snowballed from there. And you know what? I still, to this day, will 100% proclaim that God did audibly speak to me, because you know what? Aiden is sitting inside of my house right now, and he is my son, and he is loved, and he is adored, and I just think it's amazing. That is my biggest God story. I don't really know what in my life from this point on can top that God story, but I'm open. I'm open. In a group home for Aiden. I don't believe Aiden Miranda will ever be in a group home. Maybe if he wants to be in a group home, if that's a good setting for him, that's fine. But as of right now, I'm kind of planning on Aiden just, being with mama. Kind of planning on him being with mama. I would worry too much about Aiden in a group home, because he is nonverbal. You know what? Like Narkees, if someone does Narkees wrong or treats him badly, he will tell me. Like he's not going to just stay silent about it. He's going to say that person's mean, or that person did this to me. Aiden wouldn't do that. He wouldn't be able to verbalize that to me. So that's where my fear is with Aiden potentially going to a group home. See, God knew you were perfect for you. See, I don't know if God knew that we were perfect, but man, you know what? God sure as heck does not call the equipped. He equips the called, because there was nobody on this planet less equipped to take on 2 special needs kids than Asa and I. Nobody. We were terrified. We didn't know what we were doing. But you know what? God equipped us slowly, piece by piece over the years. He has equipped us, and we're still not perfect. We still have a lot to learn. I love that Keys' favorite color is purple. So do I, Elliot. I love that his favorite color is purple. I think it's super awesome, and I love that he embraces it. Can you adopt like can you adopt as a single person? If you're married, can you adopt? Okay, so you can adopt if you are single. If you are a single individual, I believe from China and Ukraine, unless that has changed. You can from the US as well. What am I saying? Of course you can. You can from the US as well. There are still some countries that require you to be married, but I think that is changing, because I know several people who have adopted as a single person, overseas and domestically. Do all of your family members have disabilities? No, Miranda, they do not. Nope. I mean, unless you consider ADHD a disability, which I guess some days it is, but yeah, no, other than ADHD, we still don't have a solid answer on Jack yet. He goes in December 11th. That's the day. I don't know if we'll know a diagnosis December 11th, but that's his final eval. So we'll see. We will see. Neurodivergent. Yes. I don't know. I've actually been talking to my my doctor about being evaluated for autism, like for me. But then I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily know what the benefit of being diagnosed autistic as an adult would be, other than to just know, and to maybe get to know myself a little bit better. But I'm a pretty weird person. I do some strange things that is not typical. Oh gosh. I don't know. So the whole potty training thing, I think I've made a decision on the potty training. I'm not going to discuss potty training anymore via YouTube or anything. I just feel like after your kid passes a certain age, it's just nobody's business. And I don't mean that to sound rude, but you know, like Aiden's 13, and I know he can't verbalize it or anything, but I really just, I don't want to talk about his potty training. It's nobody's business. You know, if you had if you had a neurotypical 13-year-old that still wet the bed at night, you're probably not going to get on and tell everybody that that child is wetting the bed. You know what I mean? There's a certain age that they pass where it's like, okay, let's not discuss this anymore. And I feel like Jack has hit that as well because he's 3 now. And it's still something we're struggling with. So I hope that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean, though. You expect a 2-year-old to struggle with potty training, and that's a normal process. But after you've hit a certain age, it's no longer appropriate to necessarily discuss that. And that's something that I'm working on. What does your older son drink out of? A Contigo cup. Contigo. Contigo. They are amazing, and it's just the kind that has the flip lid and the straw inside. That has been amazing. It's got enough liquid for our keys. It's not like a babyish sippy cup. It works well. Yeah, if you're a single woman, you can adopt, yes. You just have to make sure that if you're adopting overseas and whatever, that you meet qualifications to do that. Jack is talking very well, yes. No, Kelly, Jack does not watch Sesame Street. He's very into dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are his thing right now. We have surpassed Sesame Street. Like long neck, T-Rex, whatever. Like he can tell me Brontosaurus, pterodactyl, paradon, Ichthyosaurus. Like he knows all of them. And I'm just like, how do you remember these? I can't even pronounce half of them, but he can. So I'm amazed by that. He's constantly amazing me. How do you announce to your family that you have an eating disorder? Dole, that's really hard because I've suffered from bulimia since I was 13. I'm not currently suffering with it, but there's just so many misconceptions. For me, having bulimia, it was so hard because sometimes when you have this, you look normal. You don't look super emaciated and skinny, right? I did it as like a control thing, and I did it to maintain weight. I didn't necessarily do it to be overly thin. It was just it's a mental thing. So when I came out and told my mom and some of my family members that I was struggling with this, they literally laughed at me. They laughed. And it made it so much worse because me being already in that bad mental state, I saw them laughing and my mind went to, great, they don't think I'm even skinny enough that I could possibly even have this. It's just really devastating to me that they didn't believe me. So I would suggest laying out some forms of education first, talking to somebody that can help you lay it out, maybe even ask a counselor or somebody who can help you explain it to your family, because my family didn't take me seriously. They thought I was joking and I wanted attention, and that was really hard. So yeah, it's a tough thing. Definitely hard. Be easy on yourself. Give advice for living in a group home for people with disabilities. I don't have any advice, unfortunately, because that's not something that we have currently gone through. So when we do go through it, I will definitely be able to give you advice. I feel like my family wouldn't believe me either. Dole, I'm so sorry. It's true. I looked so healthy, I was a normal average weight. I wasn't super skinny. I had energy. Like, there was nothing physically, like outwardly, that would tell somebody, oh yeah, this girl has an eating disorder. Nothing at all. So that was really hard. So I don't know. You just have to keep telling them and explaining it. And I would really advise seeking counseling. That's something that I did not do soon enough. I didn't get into to counseling till like my mid-20s, and I was still suffering from it pretty bad. Where is Aiden? All the kids are inside with Daddy right now. I told the kids they had to stay in the house because every time I come out here to do a live, they always want to come out here. And I don't know. I always, with YouTube's new policy on like child safety and stuff, I would prefer my kids not be in my live videos. I know it is getting dark. I'm gonna have to go soon. I didn't even bring my car keys outside, so if I had my car keys, I would start the car and like have a little bit of light, but I guess I could open the door and close the door again to retain some light. There we go. But it'll just go right back out on me. I could just crack the door. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, see, Sunshine, that's where I'm concerned with group homes. I would be very nervous to send like Aiden to a group home because I would worry about his treatment. I know there's some really good ones, and I worry about Keys too, but I also have to allow him to make his own decisions to the best of his capabilities, obviously with the guidance of his therapists and doctors. Make your screen brighter. Oh, how do I do that? Hold on. 1 sec. All right, I made it brighter, so we'll see. Maybe that'll help. I'm gonna have to go here soon though, because I've been on here for 53 minutes, and I'm sure Liren's gonna be waking up soon. Anyway, what have you guys got going on? I feel like I've yammered so much. I've been trying to answer questions and stuff. I will also say on here, I'm really hesitant to like commit because I do this all the time. I'm sorry, now you guys can hear like every car that's gonna go by. I do this all the time where I'll be like, oh, I'm going to start doing this and I'm gonna start posting XYZ whatever days a week, and then I don't do it. So I'm just gonna say that we are working on restarting our channel come January, meaning like we're fixing our banner and all of the things to come back on a more regular schedule in January. I'm not going to get specific though, because I don't want to break promises to myself. But we are trying. Where did the comments go? I know they're there. They have disappeared. Oh, there they go. Okay. No, Paris, I'm not doing Vlogmas. I didn't even vlog Thanksgiving because we're trying really hard to come back in January kind of full force, and that's taking a lot of, we're working on merch and all of the things. That's taking a lot. So I just don't want to do Vlogmas. I just kind of want to enjoy the holidays and whatnot. Block Outback. Who is Outback? I'm not seeing. Oh, okay. I do see. How do I, let's see, remove? Okay, I removed them. I hope that works. Does that kick them out permanently? Yeah, y'all don't come up in here with them. No negativity. We don't need to talk politics. None of that. None of that. I love and support you no matter who you voted for, no matter what groups you are for or against. We do not all have to agree in order to be kind and love each other. Period. So. let's see. There's abuse and neglect in group homes. That is true, Miranda. I do believe that. My grandmother was in a nursing home and she was not treated well. So that's one of the reasons it makes me nervous. That's why I wanted Keys on this waiting list for these like really good group homes where it's like an actual house and he's only there with 2 or 3 other like friends, and then there's a staff member on staff at all times. So I have a very specific, like, he goes here or he stays home kind of thing. I won't put him in any type of state-run facility. Let's see. I want to know you're really inspiring. I cycle through families. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sweet girl. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I timed him out for 300 seconds, apparently. I don't see a block button. There's a remove button, and then I removed him, but he just came right back. I don't know. Keys is getting casted for new AFO soon. Staff are undereducated. Oh, they are. Totally. Staff in group homes can be underpaid and undereducated for people with disabilities. I 100% agree with that. My grandmother's nursing home, when she was still living, they had a few teenagers on staff, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm not saying teenagers can't be educated. Of course they can be, but these teenagers were not educated on how to care for the elderly or disabled people in general. And there was no compassion. So that's what I worry about. I don't want to send him to a place like what he left, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to send him to a group home that's going to be as bad as the orphanage that we got him out of. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. So, yes, Panda, he would come home, I think it was 1 or 2 weekends a month, and then every holiday. Again, you guys, this is like 4 or 5 years down the line. Mama may go see the group home and not like the group home and be like, nope, you're not going. So, oh, I wonder what COVID will be like next year. You know what? I worry that people have this false, it's like the smoke screen people have up. They think that when the time turns over to 2021, it's all suddenly going to go away and it's going to be better. And it's not going to change because the year changed. Does that make sense? 2021 is not going to make COVID magically go away. It's going to take time. So let's see. Dream house for your kids. Yeah, we were looking for land right now, Margaret, to build our dream house. We are hunting land. Haven't found any yet. The FDA is testing a vaccine. That is true. They are working on a vaccine. COVID's here to stay. Like, it's never going to go away. I think we will have ways now to manage it better than what we have in the past. Yes, Aiden uses a weighted blanket. He has 3 weighted blankets that he and Jack kind of share amongst them, but Aiden typically has at least 2 of them. Would you add mods to your lives? Mods, like modifications? You'll have to expand on that. I'm not sure what you mean. Like wheelchair ramp? I don't know. What you mean? I'm so sorry. Takes about 2 years for a pandemic to get under control. That seems right. No, Dole, I have never seen that movie. Yes, we had a very good Thanksgiving. We had quite a few people over. We mostly stayed outside. It was a good time. My mom wore a mask the whole time, which is fine. My mom's kind of high risk, so. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? If you're new, if you haven't already answered that. Maddie, hello. Yeah, you didn't miss a lot. I've just been rambling. I don't know. I miss talking to you guys because all my comments are disabled. So, and every time I try to bring back the comments, YouTube takes them away from me again. So, such is my luck. Oh, my hips are hurting. Let's see. Yeah, we love weighted blankets. Because of YouTube policy and because I've been on YouTube for a long time, they decided they don't like me. So, I don't know. It's some family channels comments are disabled and some aren't, and there's really no rhyme or reason or algorithm to it. It's just luck of the draw, honestly. And YouTube decided that our channel is one that can't have comments. So, it was not my choice. Do we wear a mask? Yes. We have masks at all times. In fact, masks, disposable masks, always stay in the car. Yeah, wearing a mask is mandatory in my state to enter a public establishment. Granted, people still do not wear them all the time, but it's supposed to be mandatory. What grade are your kids in? I don't even know. I would have to look at. It's hard with Keys and Aiden because they're technically said to be in a grade, but because they're self-contained, it's hard to really gauge an actual grade. But Piper is in 4th and Zoe's in 6th, but they're homeschooled. Oh, so the ADHD, Elizabeth said it can happen with the ADHD meds if you have to stop it and then start it again. See, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if I should have tapered it back in, right? Like when I started the medication, I had to take a quarter of a pill for like a week. Then I took half a pill for like a week. And then I worked my way up to taking the whole pill. But then this last time when I went off of them for the month and then went back on them, I just went back in full force, man. I was just like, I've got this, and I just took the whole pill and I thought I was going to die. I was vomiting. Like, it made me throw up. It was awful. But then at the same time, it scared me that thinking that a medication I was taking could wreak that much havoc on my body, and it really made me start to second guess if it was worth it to take it at all, if it can do that type of thing to me. It was a little scary. I find the masks make me dizzy, my heart rate goes up, and I start getting queasy. Yeah, Anna, I feel you. I am the same way. It took me probably 5 months until I was not absolute, like, full-blown sweating panic attack in a store. Panic attack in a store. I still wore it. I still followed the guidelines. But man, I had some doozies. Like, had to leave my shopping cart in the store a few times and leave because I was panicking and felt like I couldn't breathe and I was just gonna die. So that's what the mask did to me. I'm better now though. I feel like I've gotten used to it because I don't experience that as much anymore. I'm fine wearing one. And I realized once I got the mental thing around just breathing normally and trying to think of something else while I'm wearing it, it wasn't as bad and I could tolerate it. What I was doing when it first, I'm gonna close this. What I was doing when it first started was I was thinking constantly that I had this thing over my nose and my mouth, and I was breathing like extra heavy, like I wasn't breathing normally, and then that's what would make me dizzy and make me feel like I couldn't handle life. Dude, I did put Outback in timeout like twice. I don't know, y'all. And I'm just kind of going by what y'all are saying, that this person is being rude. All I saw was something with the Black Lives Matter movement or whatever, but I need to do lives with a moderator. Anyway, yes, Dole, I do enjoy photography. I don't do it actively anymore, but I used to be a photographer. I did weddings and took newborn pictures and family photos, and I still do sometimes. I had a photo shoot that I did for a family just a couple weeks ago, and I have Christmas photos I'm doing for a family next week. So yeah, I still do it if people ask, but I don't like actively advertise my photography business anymore because I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. So my advice, if I've blocked this person several times, so if they're still being rude, just ignore them. I mean, unless it really gets like vulgar or something, but just ignore them. I try to be mindful when I'm looking at comments. I try to be mindful that some people might be differently abled. You know, some people might have special needs or cognitive delays or whatever. And I don't want to read something and take it out of context if that's not how the person meant it, you know. Are your kids in any extra activities? Not right now. They're not right now. Piper misses karate. They quit Girl Scouts because they just quit Girl Scouts. Oh, Zoe is doing sewing classes. She does have sewing classes every Monday. I forgot about that. So yeah, maybe a few things, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna make anyone a moderator right now. I'm too far into this live, and I'm about to have to head out. Are you or Asa autistic? Asa's not autistic. I suspect that I am, but I haven't been like formally tested or anything, so I don't know for sure. I'm a weird person, and I don't say that like degrading myself. I'm proud of who I am, but I have some quirks, y'all. I've got some quirks. Okay. Sorry, sometimes my phone will reconnect and lose service. The Myers-Briggs personality test, I have taken that, but I don't remember what I am. I also took the I forgot what it's called. There's some other test. It tells you like what color you are. The ideogram. Ideogram, is that right? I don't know. Yeah, it's my phone. I'm outside, so it's trying to connect to the internet in the house, and I'm just like barely out of reach of it, so my phone's constantly struggling to stay connected to it. Am I excited for Christmas? I am a little stressed about Christmas because I've bought nothing. Nada. I still need to. Oh, did you guys find any good Black Friday deals? How about that? Did y'all find anything? I found like a Steam Shark for my hardwood floors for like $40. But that's all I got. On how I do gifts for my kids. Do a video on how I do gifts for my kids. Did I do one in the past? I probably did. I have thousands of videos. Y'all are funny. Oh, you got a 42-inch Roku TV for $88, Pam. That is awesome. That's a good deal. We need a new TV. Ours keeps going out on us. Y'all are so sweet. I love that all of y'all are being so kind, and like I really haven't had to like get on to too many people at all. What do you think about the BLM movement? So I'm not going to get political, or I don't want to get into any great debates in my live videos. You guys can kind of get an idea of my political views if you go over to my TikTok. I shared, and I probably shouldn't have shared because people lacked the ability to accept that not everyone is going to have the same views as them. And I just don't understand it. My best friend, you guys, my best friend since I was 5 years old, we voted for different people. And I still like love her, and it's fine. And I don't understand all of the hate and all of the controversy. Like, nobody is voting for our next president with the intent of our country going up in flames, right? Like, nobody's voting thinking that they want horrible things for other people or they want something bad to happen. We're all voting for what we think personally will best benefit our own personal beliefs and the beliefs of our country. And I was talking to my very best friend in the world who voted for someone different than I did. And that's exactly what she said. She's like, you know what, Catherine? You're a good person and I'm a good person. And we voted for different people. And it's okay. As long as you voted. Like, I hope if you were able to vote that you voted, and whatever movement or causes that you are a part of or that you support. Just my only thing is know why. Know your why. Know why you voted for who you voted for. Don't just blindly follow the crowd. But I will say, I have complete respect no matter who you voted for. No matter who. Independent, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. And I'm not going to try to make someone else feel bad or tell someone they're a horrible person or anything like that because they believe something differently than me. I'm not going down the street to the Catholic Church and yelling at the Catholics because I'm not Catholic. You know, I mean, come on. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes, it is important to vote no matter who you voted for. It's dark. I know. It's okay. So it's now, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to go. I really do actually need to go because I promised that I would take the girls and our keys to Starbucks because I'm crazy. And they kept asking me, and all day long I was just like, yeah, later. Yeah, later. I'm busy. Yeah. So now it is later and the day is literally ending. And so I need to stick with my word and actually take them like I said I was going to. So how do you keep yourself taken care of? Oh, I don't think I do very well, honestly, Woodruff. I mean, like, I eat food, but I don't take care of myself like I should. And I'm working on that. So I have like doctor's appointment. When you get older, you got to check things, doctor's appointments, whatever. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go for real because I could get on a whole other tangent very easily. I will try to go live more often. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Don't forget, you guys, live to inspire.